and sinker is a bifocal model to allow students to compare Hooke's law in the physical world and the simulation world. Students can use the model to see the effect of various parameters in simulation and change the parameters of the actual world to see how they match up. Students start by ensuring that the simulation is within this bounding box so that the motion tracking can track the bucket as it oscillates. At the same time, the model will also oscillate using the parameters set by the students here. In order to use the model, students first click Start. This captures where the bucket is and lines up the simulation with the actual bucket. After that, students can displace the bucket slightly and click the Displace button on screen. When the Displace button on screen is clicked, the camera determines the displacement of the bucket and records it here. The model will also be displaced by the exact same amount so that when the simulation is run, it should track the behavior of the physical world as closely as possible. Let's see how it works. So, we click the Track button and let go of the button at the bucket at the same time. As the bucket oscillates, the simulation also oscillates, and you can compare the effect of things not present in the model, like second-order friction effects, and as well as other things like the mass of the bucket, which may not have been explored by the students. As students explore the model, they can change the various parameters in the real world and the simulation. For example, the spring constant could be adjusted, the simulated friction can be adjusted, as well as the mass and the distance, the length of the elastic with which the oscillation is taking place. In the physical world, students can do the same, adjust the same parameters. They can displace the bucket differently based on how much they pull it down. They can adjust the spring constant by trying different elastics. And they can change the mass of the bucket by adjusting the amount of weight that's present in the bucket during the experiment. Using Hooke, line, and sinker, students can not only explore Hooke's law, but also learn about simulation and the difficulties of simulating things in the real, and the difficulties of lining up the difficulties. So we're going to cut before that, and that's the end.